in the upper right, we have our player. He's up 1 game. He is...
Started curious.
And in the bottom left, we have our other Zerg player. Very skilled, but he's going to have to win the next 2 games to move on to the round of 16. He is...
FXO, Leenock.
Talk, Artosis.
No.
I'm not going to do it.
Not doing it, Jesus.
One time we should try like
straight.
a moment of silence for the outro to the actual game, you know what I mean? They just watch the camera zoom in and stuff, it's silent.
We'll let Legend do all the commentary through his observing.
He has to teach us through an interpretive dance.
He's the first mime commentator.
Oh, we should become mimecasters.
Mimetators.
Like, oh my god. I like actually have this like in my mind like a skit I want to do where it's like the mime archon and like in the bottom right hand side of your screen there's a little picture.
No. You know what? We would have to have our faces and upper bodies shown. I'd be on the right and you'd be on the left.
That's
and
what
like,
I mean.
When they come in from like one side, you like point to the roaches and go, oh,
yeah,
like
exactly.
with your face.
No, that's exactly.
And then over there, I start punching towards you or something to show that this player's gonna beat up that player. And then like it shows someone going like only ghosts against Zerg, and we both just like shrug. That would be pretty awesome, actually.
Yeah, man. Nobody steal that idea. That's our idea. We said that over the internet.
We said that over there. It's ours.
It's our idea. We claimed it first.
All right.
It's called Internet Firsties.
Internet Firsties. I like it.
Yeah.
It sounds like it would hold up in court.
Yeah. That sounds like it would hold up in
international internet court.
Yeah, it made up internet court.
Yeah. All right. These two players doing basically exactly the same build within a couple seconds of each other.
Yeah.
So we're just going to have to watch the production tab and see when someone starts making extra Zerglings, most likely. Someone's going to make like 6 Zerglings, someone's going to make 10, and we're going to be like, oh, here we go.
It's like, so the fork in the road has finally come here.
Yes.
Well, Artosis.
Yes.
What are your plans for this weekend?
Oh.
Did you do anything interesting?
I'm going to play a lot of StarCraft.
Yeah. And what else? I know you do other things too.
No, this weekend I'm just going to play StarCraft.
You're not going to go play with your baby?
Oh, I'm going to play with the baby too. But the baby is like sleeps a lot, so.
Oh, it's true.
Every moment that baby is not awake.
That's when you play StarCraft. That's good. That's good, man.
That's right. Mainly
I'm getting so pumped for Heart of the Swarm, man.
Oh, yeah.
I can't wait for that to come out, dude.
Yeah.
They keep making so many dramatic changes. It's so crazy, but
well, it's going to make everything so fresh.
I mean, it's going to be like a completely different game.
It's going to be fresher than the Prince of Bel-Air tasteless.
Oh, wow. That's pretty fresh.
Yeah. I'm going to tell Wings of Liberty to go home. See you later.
Man, I found someone. Found something newer, different, and younger. All right, Baneling Nest.
I'm hots for hot stasis.
There you go. We are terrible.
No, we're awesome.
Yeah, actually, we're awesome.
That's the difference between reality and what you said, Dave. All right. So, both players, of course, get in their Baneling Nest because you kind of have to with these builds. Because if someone doesn't, the other player doesn't, then you can just go kill them.
All right, looks like Ling Speed almost done.
Layer starting for Leenock. I believe we'll see that in just a second for Curious. He's got to get the minerals for it. He's made a few extra units instead at this moment. Oh!
That was close.
You know what? One day players are going to be so fast that you'll see X hit on that Baneling because he could have killed like 4 Lings with that. All right, there you go. Layer
it's such a volatile matchup, really. ZVZ when you get Ling Baneling involved.
It certainly is. And Tasteless, we see all the gases going up and no evolution chambers. I think we might... crap. I was excited. 1 Evo coming up for Curious, so he's probably going to go Roach Infester against Mutas from Leenock.
So when you see somebody get Mutas in ZVZ, against somebody who's going Roach Infester, they're only going to get about 9.
Yeah, you normally don't get that many.
Yeah, you just get that many, and then yeah, you just kind of go around the map and clean up the overlords and try to kill drones, and then eventually they become useless because they can just get a fungal.
Yeah.
The queens can take them out, but it's a nice little transition mode, and you can also expand off of it.
Yeah, exactly. And you can oftentimes delay the expansion quite a bit from your opponent. So the only thing that they get a jump on you normally is with infestors.
Yeah.
But you can normally catch up because you get that third up so much quicker. But you know, I was really hoping to see Muta versus Muta. We haven't seen that for a bit. And Muta versus Muta is my favorite thing to see in ZVZ. Because it's so different. It's like...
it reminds me of StarCraft 1, actually.
Yeah, it's very much like it, where it's like, well, you screw up one time and you Mutas, you lose.
That was close. Wow.
Gotta be very careful about these Banes.
Very careful here.
One Ling and 2 Banes.
For some reason, this Overlord decided to drop creep. That just happened.
Yeah.
Why not?
Creep there, man.
I mean, you gotta creep, you gotta creep.
Some people are just creepy.
Now we had more Lings coming in over here. And he really wants to hit this expansion over here in the center left. But it's not going to work. I mean, even then, you know, Mutas are going to be out soon too, so...
Yeah, the odds of that working is kind of slim, because normally as you go for Muta, you stock up on a lot of Lings, because you're going to want to do Ling and Muta harassment, and you just have to keep your third up. So it's like you basically don't need drones at that moment, so you're never really going to force a cancel on a Muta player.
And he takes out that Baneling. Very nicely done. Meanwhile, it looks like Curious is Baneling going to return back home here. Curious says, oh my God!
Oh, really good there by Leenock. And he's got to be careful. Now, we do have 10 Mutas on the way. That's going to be a big deal. Wow, he got rid of the Banelings too. Leenock definitely outplaying Curious this game so far.
Yeah, we might go on to game number 3 here.
Yeah, there's a very good chance of that, I would say. We do have 6 Infestors on the way, though, so we'll see. But these Lings, oh god, that is really great to hit these 2 Queens. If he can actually kill both those, that is a big
huge.
deal.
One down, and will he get the second?
Yes,
he will.
He
does.
And that really helps against helps him with the Mutas, because if you have 6 Infestors and those extra couple Queens, then the Fungals, you're going to Fungal, you're going to attack the Queens, you're going to take out those Mutas very easily. But when it's just Infestors, it's not going to be as easy to actually kill them off. It takes a ton of energy.
And you know, the Mutas doing a great job. I gotta say, he's doing an excellent job of, you know, basically punishing this expansion here.
Yeah, he should spread those Mutas.
Yeah, otherwise he's just gonna get chain fungal.
Yeah, you don't want that. But he's only put 4 there out of his 10, so that's. You might even want him to come down with the Infestors so he can pick some off. Because if you can trade your Mutas for some Infestors, that's pretty nice.
Right. And nice fungal there. Oh man, but his Infestors are gonna hit pretty damn hard. And he's going to get all of these, no, almost all the Infestors.
The Muta's going down as well. But yeah, actually, he might get all of them.
Yeah, he targets them down, yeah.
Goes back to the Spore, and that'll make him lose the Mutas. But you know what? That was
totally
really nice.
worth it. Totally worth it.
That was really nice.
He's got more Lings coming up here anyway, so you can probably take a match for that.
Every Infestor. That was 6 or 7 Infestors that he killed for his Mutas. And he also, you know, he did some good harassing with the Lings. He killed off a lot of Queens. That was very well done. And he still has a Muta out, so he can still clean up Overlords on the map. This is, I like the position here for Leenock. His pathogen glands is almost halfway as well, so he's going to start his Infestor production pretty soon. Yeah.
No, it was a really nice transition. I gotta say, the Muta spreading was pretty damn good.
Yeah, it was nice.
It was really well executed. And we're in that phase where now both guys are roaching and infestering up.
Roaching and infestering.
That's the technical term.
Verbing.
Verbiage. All right.
Looks like he's going to kill off a few of these Overlords. Just a kind of sloppy rally there by Leenock is all.
All right, here we go. The Lings in here now.
Ooh.
Nice fungal on those Lings.
Yeah, fungal on Lings is pretty decent. Makes them quite red.
And he's going to take care of the rest of those Lings now. This expansion, a real focal point of tension here in this game.
Yep. And, well, Curious right now, he's stabilized. He's gotten a lot of Infestors back out. His upgrade's a little bit ahead. He's getting that +2 while the +1 is on the way for Leenock. So he'll be about 1 attack upgrade ahead from a good chunk of the game. And the supplies, they're pretty even overall.
All right, so the Lings are coming down here now. And it looks like they're going to end up denying. Oh, well, maybe not. We'll have to see. No, yeah, he will not be able to deny that expansion. Nice fungals around those Lings.
Yeah, very nicely done. Well, the Lings at least trade for a decent amount of energy there. Curious is producing quite a few roaches right now with some infestors. There is a possibility that he'll gear up for an attack relatively soon with this +2 attack, as well as getting rid of quite a bit of the energy of his opponent. So, Leenock, in the meantime, is switching it up and going into Hydras. And, you know what, if he hits with +2 while Hydras and Groove Spine are making, then Curious is actually going to have a nice little timing there where his army's going to be a little bit superior.
Got some changelings coming in over here. And remember, it's all going to be about the angling here in Roach v. Roach. You got 1 or 2 good fungals off, you're going to get the better concave.
Yeah.
The better concave, you win.
That's right.
So,
and that can make it hard to even attack anywhere.
Exactly. So that's why we see these guys send out like 4 roaches to an expansion and start hitting drones, because that's going to make more than 4 of their roaches go to try to defend that location. The result of that is that then the more of their armies out of position, you can hit them like that. Like we're seeing here, actually.
Yeah, Leenock hitting this area, and he's getting ready to attack the 4th base of Curious, which is about to be finished. So if he draws enough units to the side, he can attack. But it looks like Curious is dealing with it well enough, where he's not getting too out of position, even though this is dealing a pretty reasonable amount of damage to him. Leenock right now actually adding a lot of Hydras on, and that is making his army worth quite a bit. He's going to be up to 15 Hydras against 0 in a moment. We do have the Hydras den for Curious, but he hasn't started it yet, any Hydras.
All right, he's now driving out this Overseer here. Remember, the Hydras are the damage dealers. The roaches are kind of like the damage sponges. So as long as you have roaches in the front,
roaches are the sponges.
That's right, man. The roaches are the sponges. So as long as you have roaches up at the front and Hydras in the back, which I'm sure everybody who plays ZVZ knows, like you're really you're going to be in good shape. But the moment the roach numbers thin out, then it's going to be you want to run away with your Hydras if you can.
Yeah.
And only if there's creep and you get away.
Yeah, it's a funny balance too when we watch this battle, because obviously Fungal's going to be very good, but Infested Terrans are going to be extremely important as well, both as damage sinks and also dealing some extra damage. And especially if you can kind of throw them in the correct locations, because, you know, if you can get anything behind the army, for instance, with armies this big it won't work, but if you could, that's something that can really mess up the AI of your opponent.
All right, as you can see, the 3 roaches sent out here in an attempt to pull the army out of position. Looks like Leenock's defenses are already all geared up.
Yep.
Our forces are under attack.
And it looks like we are going to see an attack Tasis, but this is into a choke point. And
yeah, this is into a funnel, man.
That is death if he walks down that ramp. Hive on the way. And with this Hive on the way, he's definitely ahead on that Hive tech, which is going to allow him to get his upgrades quicker, his 3-3, and of course tech up to something else, especially since he already got mutas this game. But hold on, he's actually trying to go for it. A ton of Infested Terrans going down right now, keeping his Hydras alive. A lot of Infested Terrans coming up from Curious as well. It looks like Leenock's starting to push through. Still has quite a bit of damage absorption in front of these Hydras.
All right, now he's got a better concave though here. Curious does with some nice fungals, a few more Infested Terrans that we throw down here.
Leenock with more supply at the moment, but Curious starting to plow through this as there aren't any roaches left for Leenock.
Exactly, not enough roaches to sponge up damage.
And it looks like both players have to spend basically their entire bank trying to remax out. They're at very similar drone counts, 63 to 66, with Leenock in a slight lead. And Leenock has actually started his Greater Spire. I feel like right now he should be sitting back. You know, he should chill at his 4th base and just sit there, because they're very close in supply. He does not want to lose this standing army he has. He has to have a fearsome enough army to deter attacks while this Greater Spire finishes up. Because if he can get a few Broodlords out, then suddenly Curious is in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, exactly. It's he has got to. There's a very short window of time here. And looks like we're going to have Leenock come out here again.
Well, you know, if it's just poking and running away, that's great, because then he makes Curious think that everything's normal. There's no Broodlords on the way, possibly. You know, if he hasn't scouted that out yet.
Switched his tactics yet.
He hasn't seen the Hive, and he hasn't seen the Greater Spire.
Nobody's taken a 4th base yet. That probably won't happen for a little bit. 5th base, excuse me.
Well, it looks like Leenock has done this just right. You know, he has his spines up, he has feigned attacks, he's done light harassment, and just now Curious sees that there is, in fact, a Hive done. So he has to throw up his Spire. Bam! The Spire goes up immediately. But is it too late? We have 6 Broodlords on the way, and 6 Broodlords in a max versus max Roach, Hydra, Infestor army battle. The 6 Broodlords are going to make a gigantic difference.
And you think he's going to push down the middle here? Or is he going to come up around a side?
The thing is, if you go around a side, Broodlords are too slow to get back. If they
That's right. I guess they counterattack at the bottom
and
or something.
I mean, you could do a base trade, but why? You have all these spines already at home to
base trade
slow him down.
is so weird.
It is. It gets wild.
All right, so we got Curious's army over here at the top, and it looks like Leenock is more than happy to engage here. So he actually could just get sandwiched here.
And look at this. The Broodlord's actually leading the charge. He has to be really careful. If those get fungled.
I mean, that could be... I'm kind of confused, Artosis.
Well, it looks like he's going to keep them back far enough. Will he actually lose any?
No, it was fine.
Had plenty of army right there. You still do have to be careful, though. Hive on the way, and the Spire's
almost done. Yep.
So Curious may fill up his supply with some Corruptors.
Now he's over here at the top, Leenock is, so it's possible for Curious to counterattack here through the bottom.
Yeah.
And I think we're about to see that happen here.
Yeah, it looks like it. He does have those Corruptors on the way to help deal with roots. And he's left his Infestors at home. Oh, look at that fungal on those Infestors. If he could just chain fungal, it would be amazing. But here are the Broodlords.
He's not really spreading these Broodlords out, you know?
Yeah. And... you know, I'm a little bit nervous for Curious. This is a dangerous gambit that he's running.
Now we got the counterattack over here, hitting that hatchery now. The Hydras and Roaches are coming up here, but he's going to be able to get these Infestors underneath. Oh, man, he's going to be able to take out these Broodlords. Beautiful.
Yeah, he is. And in the meantime, his army is actually fighting an army that also has Infestors in it. So that is an issue. And
but he's going to book it out of there. Now, let me check the unit tab here. It's like, as far as, I'm actually use your PC. Yeah, it's like 15 Hydras to 9, and then 10 to 12. Well, so I don't think neither can necessarily run over the other one if he just cranks out a few more Roaches.
Well, it's also very interesting that Curious has 10 Corruptors right now. And his Greater Spire hasn't even started, so he has worthless supply in the air, 20 worthless supply.
He's got flying paperweights.
Yeah, so that actually, the supply difference is not what it looks like.
He gets this fungal off. Very nice fungal there on the Hydras.
And that's a lot of Infested Terrans coming down on both sides. And it looks
like Curious wins? Yeah. Now the hatchery is being rebuilt over here.
All right, I mean, the supply is very close right now. Leenock, though, he's got to keep pushing like this, because if the Broodlords come out for Curious, then Leenock is going to be in trouble. But he has a ton of Hydras here pushing forward.
Nice fungals there. And it looks like Curious once again going to win this fight over here. Again, Hydras can't retreat when they're off creep. They're just going to chase down by the Roaches, which are faster. All right, another engagement's going to come up here, and I think they're going to have to back off. Well, Curious is going to have to back off, I should say. You check on your preview screen, bottom right. Is that actually an expansion going on down there? Is that a clump of Overlords?
It's just Overlords.
Okay.
The top left one, though, it's
the top left one. That's a real base Tasis. Don't be confused. All right. Well, the Greater Spire is done, and Curious does have the capital to morph all of these.
9. In the meantime, we have a lot of Infestors being made, as well as Hydras for Leenock, but while Infestors are great, the Broodlords are going to be able to cut through there. I feel like Curious should be able to probably end this, and Leenock's best chance probably is going to be doing a runaround like we just saw Curious do.
Yeah, I think so.
Because that is a lot of broods, man. He can't fight that heads up. He just can't do it. He is making his own corruptors right now, which is something that he definitely does need.
All right, he's going to go around from the bottom and not the middle. I was kind of expecting the middle. You might want to end up hitting these spine crawlers in an angle that you can take them on one by one.
Oh, sure, yeah.
You know
That's
what I mean?
always a useful way to do it.
All right. He's going to be edging in here. The Broodlords are over the cavity between the middle bridge and the bottom bridge.
It's going to be careful because there are corruptors popping out for Leenock, so if those Broodlords are too far away from everything else, that could be useful.
All right, Infested Terrans are being thrown out here. So far, Curious has not moved the Broodlords, and only just now begins to retreat. He may want to back off from the situation until the Infestors are out of it, or the Infested Terrans are gone.
Well, look at this. The corruptors coming in doing a lot of damage to these Broodlords. How much anti-air is really left for Curious? Not all that much, to be honest.
Yeah, not really.
Quite a back-and-forth game right here, Tasteless.
All right, and as you can see, the Hydra's now targeting down these Corruptors, doing a good job of it. Unfortunately, no Queens here to transfuse. He's got a lot of Corruptors, by the way.
Yeah.
A lot of Corruptors. This is just quite a seesaw game.
Indeed it
More
is.
Infestors coming.
Curious with these,
Now,
he has a huge amount of Infestors at this point, Tasteless, and more energy than Leenock has. So he can throw a lot of his own Infested Terrans down here.
And he will do just that. And as the eggs hatch, they will be able to push forward here. Now, Leenock does have some of his own Broodlords, though, but Infested Terrans are being thrown right underneath that.
Oh, that one Broodlord trying to get away. But it looks like Curious pushing too hard.
I think this is the beginning of the end here. He took out that expansion hatch.
Yeah, this is too much for Leenock at this point. He just doesn't have enough resources left.
He can't stop this. There's no way he's going to he's going to reclaim.
Well, look at this.
Center left.
That was a really nice move. He just sniped off a lot of those Infestors. You know, if he can clear out that army that Curious has in his base, then suddenly he's in okay shape again, because they do have technically the same amount of mining bases, but Curious's standing army just so much better.
All right, as you can see here, this is it. This game's done. He's got throwing out some more Infested Terrans. Curious is eating his way into Leenock's base. This means Leenock's out of Code S, man.
Yeah,
I gotta say, we were
barring a miracle at this moment.
Yeah, but you know, it just, I thought he was gonna get out of the group.
Oh, for sure. I picked him to win the group, actually, but never doubt the boss toss, Tasteless. That's the true lesson today.
Oh yeah, man, the nerd bender.
I feel like that's the true lesson every time he plays.
Yeah,
as we've said before, betting on MVP or MC to win a tournament is never a bad bet.
No.
Let alone a single match.
Yeah. Well, I'm really curious to see how Nesty's going to do in this tournament. All right, so
probably win it.
We're just watching, basically, like I've said in some other casts, like watching a lion eat a gazelle.
Yeah.
All right.
This is like a pride of
Leenock
lions
is the gazelle. Okay, like there's no analysis here of like what's going on, guys.
Lots of free units, yada yada yada. Leenock's dead.
Leenock's dead. Leenock for some reason broing his Infestors, knowing he's dead. Not leaving the game yet.
You know, it's a tough pill to swallow when you're as good as Leenock.
Yeah. And these guys have been a champion
after his
before.
first match.
Right. GG.
GG. It's a rough loss, but Curious showing his skill. Really well played.
Moving up.
Very well played by him.
Round of 16, man.
That's
the 16 best players in the world. That's what that means.
That's what that means. Leenock very unhappy with the loss.
Very crushed. Yeah, see, wow. The games are good too. The ZDZs are actually
they were really nice.
Really technical games.
Yeah.
I love how Curious was behind for large chunks of that game and just managed to engineer a comeback. He's a crafty player.
He did do a great job. You know, that little counterattack. It was a dangerous thing he was doing where he split his Infestors in his army to slow it all down. But it worked out. It worked out really well for him. Because then Leenock missplit. That's really where Leenock lost, is when the semi-base trade started and he left, even though he knew the Infestors were over there, he left only his Broodlords. And that's where it really went wrong, because then the Broodlords were free kills with Infested Terrans.
As you guys can see, Curious and MC have escaped the round of 32 and are now going to be in the round of 16.
That is correct, Tasteless. That's just like yesterday, where the two players that played second Got through.
Oh my God!
I
I've
think
seen a pattern.
There's a pattern, Tasteless.
What
I
does
think
it
I know
mean?
who's going to win tomorrow. Well, I will when I see what order they play.
Yeah, we got to check that first. No betting yet.
Oh no, it's second is Bomber and Gumiho. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Huck, I'm so
That means
sorry.
Huck can't count.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
All right, so
tomorrow's-
Sniper, Huck, Bomber, and Gumiho.
Look at how epic that group is, okay? We have the last GSL champion in Sniper, Huck. He's been playing really well recently
A legend.
between IPL and the up and down matches. And then we got Bomber, a fan favorite, one of the most fun Terrans to watch. And Gumiho, in my opinion, the most fun Terran to watch. This guy is probably the quickest player in the GSL.
Yeah, he's crazy. He would actually, okay, if he was Street Fighter, he'd be Dudley. Got it.
He would.
He would be Dudley. I'm so good at this.
Wow. Wow.
All
He'd
right.
be Dudley with Akuma's Ultra.
Well, guys, thank you so much for joining us. It's actually a pretty long day today.
Yes,
was,
yeah, a little bit. We replaced our
Almost-
clocks with a code S sign, just so you know.
In case you guys are confused, it's code S.
Yeah.
Like the letter S. Okay.
Do they?
Not codes.
I wonder if they're going to have like the clocks still for Wolf and Calder. They're going to have a code A sign.
I don't know. That's a good question.
I don't know.
Guess we'll find out soon. Yeah, 5-hour cast today. I'm going to go home and sleep
I'm
well
going to be
tonight.
mad if it's code A one because I watched that at home and I'm going to be looking at the code A sign and be like, what time is it in Europe?
How will I know? Oh, man. Well, any closing thoughts?
Follow us on Twitter. I'm Artosis.
And
He
I
is
am
Call Me
Call Me
Tasteless.
Tasteless.
Thank you for watching. Make sure you tune in tomorrow to see some
We
Huck
love
action.
you. Good night, guys. Take care.
Feeling things I never knew existed.